It's really important for us and to recognise the history of our country, and a big part of that history is the Chinese immigration to our country. When we were approached by the Chinese Workers Association to look after this project, we were delighted to provide an area that is in keeping with that era. That section down at the Kwong Sing Tong area was originally the first burial site for some of the original Chinese immigrants back to the 1860s and 1870s. So it's really in keeping with that time in history to recognise these miners. We have a wonderful relationship with the wider Chinese community in Sydney.
We're just basically taking the small steps to get to the big steps, so just from the community liaison with your community, Australians Workers Association, or the 7 clans that we deal with in the Chinese community, we've really broadened our scope on the areas within Rookwood Cemetery and the importance of different events such as Qingming, Chinese Miners Memorial. It's definitely opened up the gates to the possibility of looking into that Chinese Miners Memorial and creating a link between the two. So we're looking into all those events, and we're learning as much as we can from you. It's quite a new project from Rookwood Cemetery, dealing with our community so closely, so that's where we're at. We're trying to develop that scope and carry it out into the future. The Kwong Sing Tong is the main infrastructure down there that connects to the Chinese community. We're yet to establish if there is Chinese workers that were associated to that event. That will be probably a project looking down into the future for Rookwood Cemetery.
What I will say is that our cemetery was opened in 1867. Some of the first people who were buried here were Chinese immigrants. So much so, 10 years after the cemetery was opened, the Kwong Sing Tong monument was built to recognise the Chinese community. So it's certainly almost 150 years old, that monument.